Hi, I'm Nigel Campbell with In the Moment in Bed, and today at Pride 2010, I'm in bed with Ronald and Albert. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So thank you for joining me in bed. My first question for the two of you is, in the last 25 years, since HIV has really been present, do you feel like there's been a change in the perception towards the disease? And if so, what do you think that change is?
Before it was really bad. I mean, like, you know, once you become HIV positive, it's like it's like a death sentence. But because of the advent of all the, HIV drugs, but I mean, it has been like it hasn't been like that anymore. But because of the advent of these new HIV drugs, the perception of those new young gays, like in their mid-20s or early 20s, is that it's cool, it will be okay to get HIV, to become HIV positive because we have all these drugs anyway, but it still is the same thing. It still is a life sentence. Although it prolongs it.
Yeah.
It makes it better. I mean, it makes it better for anybody who's HIV positive to live longer and to live a more healthier life, right?
What do you think?
I'm noticing that there are some programs that are trying to teach HIV awareness to youth. However, I think they should also envelop it more in high schools because that's where they really need to put it. And it's not just to gays and bisexuals that they should put it there, but to everybody so that everybody knows it. I mean, it should be as common as possible knowledge.
Definitely. So what about like amongst your group of friends? Do you guys talk about safe sex, talk about HIV prevention? Is that, is that a part of the dialogue?
Not really. I mean, we just talk about like guys, like a while back, me and my friends just talk about like the guys that they slept with the other night, the guys that they met, things like that. Never really discussing about, your HIV status or asking, even bringing up the topic of safe sex.
What do you think?
With my friends, I try to bring up the topic of like, hey, make sure to be safe when you're with someone and try not to party and then overdo things as well as that. But overall, the topic comes up only in passing. It's not in-depth conversations about it, like it should be.
So, we talked about condom usage. What are other ways for us to keep ourselves safe?
It's prevention. It's educating people. It's educating the young gays, bisexual, everybody, not just like homosexuals and lesbians. I mean, it's educating everybody. I think putting out more not exact advertisement, but getting the word out through media, word of mouth, through schools, businesses. I mean, we can actually have this thing controlled,
For the most part, I think too many people try to avoid the conversation, which is doing more of an injustice to try and prevent HIV from spreading like it is. I mean, yeah, the number of new cases has dropped a bit, but it's still happening, which is the sad part.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was really informative. Happy Pride.